Oh, what a wonderful day to play disc golf. It's 80 degrees out here, late October in Minnesota, and I decided why not get around, and I'm out here at Parnell Prairie disc golf course, and I'm looking forward to playing this one today. I was here long before it was finished, and now there's every single basket and every single tee pad is in. But I did hear from the course designer that there will be 2 basket and tee pad positions every single hole. So got 4 different layouts you can possibly play. Gonna be giving some of my critiques. There's a lot of trees on this course that are kind of just in the middle of the fairway. So come on, let's go play. Newest disc golf course in the Twin Cities area. I'm gonna be giving y'all a rundown of what it looks like and giving some feedback to the course designer. One is like 420 feet, it's a par 4. A little goofy shaped. I like the turnover off the tee, but it's a little tight to hit the right gap. You have to hug this first tree almost immediately. Second shot on this hole is what I have the most problem with. There's so many trees in the way. There's almost no direct route to it. I'm not in the right spot. But even if you are over there in the correct landing zone, there's almost no way to get to the basket without like coming in contact with multiple trees. So here goes nothing. Yep. All right. See, I just had to get really lucky in order for that to work. There's biggest gap down there is about 3 feet wide. A few putts today, let's see if they go in. Third time's the charm, I guess. The first time I played this hole, had the same exact amount of trees, but now they've marked a bunch of them to cut down, which will be great because this inside route is definitely the route I'd want this hole to play. And there's too many trees. Way too many trees. I like to be able to drive like if you could drive a Sprinter van through every single fairway in disc golf, I'd be a very happy man. That's how you do it, I guess. I don't think I could have thrown that any better. Thrown an absolutely perfect shot, but I still have like a 45-footer straight up the hill. I do like this hole. Once that inside gets cleared out, maybe 2 or 3 of these trees here go, because these would just stop good shots. They're not preventing bad shots from being punished. They're just preventing good shots from being rewarded. Random fairway trees in circle 2 are not my favorite. Random trees in circle 1, like those, I kind of like that. Almost got it. The course has a lot of potential. Tee sign says 560. I'd say it probably plays a little longer, but got a big arm, you can kind of get a little like 100-foot bit at it. I think this hole would be great if the tall grass line on both the prairie side and the wood side over there was out of bounds. So then that would help separate 18's fairway with hole 3's fairway, and it would add some difficulty so you're not just able to rip a long bomb and just easily eagle this hole, but actually throw a good shot. It would make you place your shot very well. Make you really think about what you want to do off this tee instead of just letting one rip. Also, it would help protect this so people aren't trampling down the prairie. Hole 4 is 360 and requires an excruciating amount of luck to get near the basket because there's no gap. You just kind of throw a spike hyzer and hope you get through the pine trees. I'd love to see 1 or 2 of these get taken out so you can actually like hit a line. As I could do, honestly. Here's the gap you have to hit to get to the basket. You can see there's a huge wall of branches just blocking any gap there is. I think a pole saw to those branches, and this, I actually like this hole. Hole 5 is kind of goofy shaped. Kind of makes like a hard left turn and then it goes straight. So it kind of forces like a 230-foot hyzer and then an upshot through a tight gap. If you want to play aggressive, you can rip a forehand around the corner and hope it gets through everything, but you might end up in jail or worse. Here we run into the same issue that hole 1 has, way over there. There's just about no gap to hit to try to get to the basket. There is, I see the intended line, but it's like maybe 4.5 feet wide, and an objectively terrible shot could end up in a better spot than somebody who threw it pretty damn well. I know this course isn't finished, and I know that they will be taking out more trees, so I'm gonna petition for those 2 small trees on the left side of the gap to go. Keep this island, I kinda like it. That little island of trees right here. This is upshot interesting. You know, I'm not typically a fan of super short par 4s, but this one is so close to being really good. Hole 6 is about 630 to 650 feet, which in my mind equates to a really decent par 4. But T-sign says par 5 and there's a lot of trees. That should be an eagle look. So I just threw a perfect layup shot, and this is what I have to deal with. I can kind of see a gap going out, but that gap only works if you're throwing a 150-foot turnover. I don't know, there's just too many trees right here. This could definitely be the best par 4 on this course. If you take 4 of these little trees out in the middle and then clean up that side, and then I love this hole. A great shot out the gap gives me a 292-foot look for eagle. Oh, almost the elbow trough. Well, hole 7 is cool, if not brutally difficult. As you can see, it shares a pretty big similarity with a certain hole in Minnesota that I can't quite put my ace hole for at BRP. Yeah, this is like its bigger brother. The rough is rougher, it's got more elevation, it's a little longer, maybe a little tighter as well. Good hole, honestly. I like it. I don't really see anything wrong with it that I can really complain about. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And a nice little upshot left. Pretty good. I forgot what hole this is, but it's 400 feet-ish. I actually really like this hole, and some of these cedar trees I think are gonna have to go, honestly, because there's not really gonna be a gap left once they grow up. As of right now, it's like a backhand flex with something overstable. I hope that sat down. Hole 9 out here is about 280 feet-ish. Just a little skip up the hill and to the right. A little inside. No skip for me, I guess. Oh, just yoinked it. Ugh. So I just ran into the course designer on the last hole. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool guy. He's wondering what I like about the course, what I don't like, what I would like to see changed. And I really like that from a course design perspective, kind of getting ideas of what people like and what people don't like from every skill level and ability is a great thing to do. Hole 10 here is a 600-foot par 4. It appears to go straight for most of the flight and then way to the right. Try this MD3 up the middle. Ooh, that's in the sumac. So I'm left with the weird little forehand, but there's about 4 or 5 trees up there that are going to get chopped, and I'm looking forward to that. This hole is going to be so good. And I think this tree is too close to the tee pad. The lefty batsman might, you know, break their hand. Same with this tree, I think. Oh no, now my hand's all sticky. This hole is impossible. This hole is absolutely sick. It's 465 feet, way downhill. Plenty of room to do whatever you want, really. Big forehand, backhand turnover. Let's try it all. Hole 13 is another 650-foot par 5 that looks like it's actually a really good par 4. This one actually looks like it has room behind the basket to where you could push it another 200, maybe 300 feet. I think this one calls for a nice inside turnover. Interesting. Looks like I'm left with about 230, 250 feet. From your perspective, this basket is on the right side of that big cedar. It's like behind it about another 100 feet. So I'm just gonna throw a spike hyzer and get close. Yeah, it looks good. Looks like they're clearing out some more space up there. That'll be a good spot for the pin. Hole 14 is another culprit of too short, too many trees. I'm sure that'll get changed, both the too short, but it looks like there's going to be a long down there, and the too many trees, because it's a little ridiculous. So I'm just going to throw a putter down the middle. Yeah, I hit one of the million trees, so. I might need a little bit of luck on this one. I really don't know what to go for here, so I'm just gonna poke and pray, really. Is a cute little guy. Not really sure what the line is yet. 332 is a Y. This is like what, 250? Oh, just turned it. Turned it. That's not bad. Yeah, that's 235. Well, hole 16 is a 400-foot par 3. Anybody with the power is just going to send it wide over the top right, let it crash in, because the inside route, which is a kind of like a flip up with the fairway driver, is about 6 feet wide. So why not take the 40-foot wide gap you have in the sky compared to the less than 10-foot wide gap you have down below. Wow. If that's good, I'm going to be very confused. You didn't see that. This course certainly has a lot of awkwardly tight corners. Hole 17 is a par 4, 571 feet according to the tee sign. But you kind of take like an awkward cornered hyzer, and then you throw a straight shot, or I think a big hyzer, depending on what you have. I'll try both this play and go up over the top. I don't know why I went. Here's at the middle. Throw something kind of straight on a lot of hyzer and let it kind of pan the whole way. Too low. It skipped nicely though. It's just so much easier. But yeah, I think that's perfect. Once the trees on the outside grow up a little bit, this will be an awesome wooded par 4, but until then, big hyzer. Look good. This is where the spike hyzer got to. Let's see. About 300 left. Now, any other condition, I would throw just kind of like a stalling hyzer around the outside into the hillside, but I'm gonna have some fun. Well, it's the last hole, hole 18, 650 feet. Still too many trees in the fairway, but that'll get changed. I guess. I mean, that'll still shape up fine. That's just a tree that doesn't need to be there, really. I'm still a ways back, but now I've got this awkward lie. Let's see if I can make something happen. I'd say that's making something happen. Honestly, I could see this course being really good in a few years once they get all the long tee pads and the long baskets and the alternate short basket positions in. They said they're gonna have 9 gold tee pads added, so 9 of the holes are gonna be even farther. And I think an alternate pin position on every single hole. So yeah, that was Parnell Prairie Disc Golf Course. We will be back here again pretty soon. I talked to the course designer halfway through the round. He said he'd love to know any criticisms, any ideas I have for some of these holes, and I'll be looking forward to sharing them with them. Just realized I forgot to do the intro.